is Jonas Gustafsson, who was the starting goaltender. No surprise at the other end. Tuukka Rask. Now Riley Smith for Bergeron. Tries to get it to the front of the net. It did get there, and now it is covered.
He'll take his glove or his bat out to the field in baseball if he's struggling at the plate.
Here's Quincy with a shot through traffic, and somehow Tuukka Rask. Now Lucic, bothered by Abdelkader, is going to get the game's first penalty. Boston is so good 5-on-5. Here's Iginla. Iginla with a chance and a save made by Gustafsson on the...
Even before the series starts, but he's just one of those where it's a quick play. Iginla was wide open, available, and put a pass.
Hamilton puts it on in front off of the Detroit game. It's gone! Louis Eriksson. Another power play goal for the Bruins in the series. They lead 1-0.
The entry for the Boston Bruins is key. We saw the long stretch pass from David Krejci to Jarome Iginla. Now the carry by Dougie Hamilton. Fires it to the front of the net. Watch Gustafsson. Just gets caught swimming from left to right, and a wide open net there for Eriksson.
We've seen this movie before from Dougie Hamilton in this series. In game number 3, he scored a goal short side on Jimmy Howard, virtually with the same penetration in the Detroit zone.
And 2 assists in game 4 as well, Pierre.
Got to the net, deflected wide, and now it's cleared off the boards. Will not come out. Iginla held it in. High slot now. Lucic with a shot. He didn't miss by much on the glove side. As the Bruins now keeping the pressure on with a 1-0 lead. Back to the line, and a shot by Miller deflected and a save made.
You see the stick coming up. The reaction from Sean Thornton.
They want good support to keep the puck alive in the Boston zone now for the Detroit power play. Zetterberg hands it off. Bronson with a chance. Save made by Rask. And the channel for Tuukka Rask. And Eriksson, the goal scorer for the Bruins, dumps it back into the Detroit zone. Gregory Campbell with Datsyuk on him. Now Sheahan joins the fray. Angled off the boards, picked up by Florent. Coming in and doing a great job filling in after a season in Providence.
1 against 5 there for Florent. What a job.
Now Glendening will chase it down, number 41 for Detroit. Boychuk finishes his check now as Drew Miller on the far side with Lucic and Krug on him. Boychuk with another big hit. Knocked away though by Bergeron and recovered here by Hamilton.
Nice fake there from Hamilton. Looked like he was going to go behind the net. Even Pavel Datsyuk going for it.
Marchand cruising in with a shot. And a left hand save there by Gustafsson.
He's had some great chances, and as an offensive player, you got to continue to think about that.
Palat crashes the net.
Give him a little bit of a different look. Give him a little bit of a reprieve, so to speak. Nothing's easy, but a much different look. Red Wings are going to get a power play coming up here. The penalty to David Krejci.
To start this power play for Mike Babcock. Kronwall on the far side. Alfredsson angles it back off the board. Zetterberg has it. Straight away for Kronwall. Comes to the near side. Datsyuk back to Kronwall. A hammer, a shot blocked out high. And Marchand starts it back at 2-on-1 with Bergeron short-handed bit here. Marchand save with the rebound. Played around to the right point, but there's nobody there for Detroit. Louis Eriksson starts it back. Across the line, waiting for some reinforcements off the bench. Picked up by Marchand. Makes the move. Went down. No call. TD Garden crowd looking at the clock. Some waving the gold towels. Now they all come to their feet. Oh, dangerous bouncy.
Nice idea there from Iginla.
Out here against each other, as they have been a few times in this series. Markowski tees it up right through. That hit Marchand. And now falling over is Gustafsson. Hands it along and picked up by Lucic. Lucic hands it off. Tried by Boychuk. He slams his stick to the ice. Oh, my goodness. Now Marchand. And to get around to Kaiser. Kaiser had his stick lifted. Now a pass to the front, backhand.
This team just will get deeper and deeper as they get healthier and healthier.
Eriksson now is last shot. The wing defenseman fell down. Eriksson, a shot, he lifted it too high. Career goal scorer among active players behind only Jaromir Jagr, who has over 700. Lucic now, back to the line. Krug makes a subtle little fake, now skates in, sends it across. Not sure what that hit off the stick of Milan Lucic. Miller sends it across. Hammered here by Krejci and just wide. Again, they try to get it back to the front. Marchand across the line. Perpetual motion. Leaves it at the line, but it's turned over, and back the other way comes Applicator. Going wide on Zdeno Chara, trying to cut in, and tough to do that against the long reach. Now Soderberg was looking over one shoulder, the pass went the other way. Here's Franzen. Franzen to the front. What a save by Rask. Daniel Alfredsson, point blank.
Power play coming for the Red Wings, down by one because Milan Lucic battling. The puck goes in behind, and there you see the stick come up and clip. Brendan Smith snaps the head back. Trailing referee makes the call.
And Doug Jarvis helped out a lot with both.
In front, a chance for Kronwall. What a stop there by Tuukka Rask again with that left pad. High slot now for Zetterberg. Save, rebound is loose. They score! Pavel Datsyuk. 12 seconds into the Lucic penalty. A power play goal has tied this game at 1.
Well, it was a mad scramble after the face-off win, and what a stop, as you mentioned, Straits, by Tuukka Rask. Left pad safe off of Nicholas Kronwall. The one prior to that was off of Henrik Zetterberg, and Zetterberg doesn't get a lot on this shot, but he gets it to the net. The puck's dipping and diving with Franzen in front of the net, and Datsuk's right there.
All it takes is one shot, and the rebound is there off the one shot, and Pavel Datsyuk hot as a firecracker right now for the Detroit Red Wings. Had a goal and assist in game 4, 5 shots in that game.
Warren takes it wide. Center lane drive by Soderberg. Save, rebound, chance. Gustafsson is down. And then Smith finds Riley Shane across the line, top of the circle. Sends it across, late man coming. Nyquist. And talking about being aggressive. Rask came out to cut that one out. A shot by Kronwall is stopped by Rask.
Not that far out. Instead of shooting it at him, you got to try to shoot it laterally across, away from him, or get him to freeze and then move and have a wide open net.
Holding the stick.
Yeah, you got it.
Gets the puck back from Bergeron, immediately moves it out to Soderberg across Hamilton. But Bergeron on a save made by Gustafsson, and he's driven into the net, and there's going to be a penalty here against Louis Eriksson.
The pressure came on to Gustafsson, right back into his net.
Kronwall straight away, far side for Alfredsson. Alfredsson tried to get it through to Datsuk. It didn't get to him, and then not much on the shot. Boychuk.
Zetterberg's going to get called for holding right in front.
Krejci behind the net, waiting for an opening. Turns, fires, blocks, another penalty coming, and will it be against Boston again?
Brendan Smith.
Or is it Smith? Oh, Smith, the crowd checking again, who made contact.
There's the penalty, the push right in the center of the back.
There's still 55 seconds left in the Louis Eriksson penalty that would eventually give Boston a 5-on-3 if they don't score here. Comes out to Krug. Here was a shot. Save, rebound opportunity. Comes back to Krug. He couldn't get it to the front. 5 seconds left in the period. Far side on one time. It's gone! Zdeno Chara!
Well, there's Zdeno Chara, and you talk about support and strength in numbers. Watch this beautiful pass from Patrice Bergeron right to Zdeno Chara, and he goes top shelf on Jonas Gustafsson.
Mike Babcock's had a meltdown. He just went after the linesman, Brian Murphy, because they thought on the Detroit bench off that faceoff there was obstruction and there should have been a penalty. There was no call. That opens it up for Zdeno Chara. And there's Mike Babcock. He is really upset. They were mad on the bench. They thought there was obstruction on the faceoff. That's what he's talking about right there. No call at all from anybody. Let's see, is there obstruction there with Pavel Datsyuk? What happens? Face-off play. Do they hold him up? Do they hold him up? They knock him down.
Yeah, Bergeron pushed him a little bit into the official. Certainly didn't allow him to try to get out to the point, and that's the conversation Mike Babcock continues to have.
You see that play a lot in the course of a game. And to me, I think that's just a normal stalemate type of face-off. Where it looked like Datsyuk actually lost his balance after the face-off. The puck had been put in play by the linesman.
By Marchand as Gustafsson was off on kind of a strange angle to block the centering pass. Kronwall does a nice job on Marchand. The puck blocked momentarily by Hamilton as Eriksson steps out of the box. So the wing short-handed. Zetterberg realizes that. Sends it across. Another penalty coming.
Brad Marchand's going to get it.
Controlled by the Bruins, and the call comes.
Sean Thornton just grabbed Brad Marchand and said, don't you say a word. You just go to the box and don't say anything. So he and Nicholas Kronwall joust. That's two guys getting involved. That's going to get him in trouble. Yes. The extra shot.
Datsuk hands it off now for Zetterberg. Below the goal line out to Datsuk. One-timer here by Alfredsson. Some contact with Rask. He went down. And now we get a whistle. The puck got a play.
Good stick by Torrey Krug to get the puck away from danger.
Now it picked up by Iginla. Hands it off to Milan Lucic. Cutting in. Lucic dropped it back. Oh, what a save by Gustafsson. He robbed Soderberg, but the Wings don't get it out. Krug in front. Score! Lucic!
Just felt it was a matter of time after this great chance for Carl Soderberg. What a pass here from Milan Lucic. A great stop from Gustafsson. A lot of room upstairs. But the Wings have it. They turn it over, and it's Torrey Krug, somebody we isolated in our open. What a pass to Milan Lucic. No chance for Gustafsson.
Great play by Torrey Krug, as you say, Eddie. But how about the ability of Claude Julien to put Carl Soderberg on the ice as a first-line center because of David Krejci killing off that last penalty to Marchand. So, yes. Oh, boy. The trainer's got to go. They got to get him out there. Kazari gets this right in the face. Donnie Del Negro's running out. Brian Murphy, the linesman, is escorting him over. And he never saw this puck coming. Donnie, who's been here over 40 years. Or, sorry, 30, almost 30 years, Donnie Del Negro. Dougie Hamilton goes to clear the puck. Steve Kazari gets it right in the left cheekbone. He went off the ice for repairs, and during that TV timeout, he's back.
Close to the heel of his stick. Back comes David Krejci. Tripped up. Yep, penalty coming.
Alfredsson.
And back comes Riley Smith, number 18 for the Bruins. Hands it off to Bergeron into the Detroit zone. Tried to get through Kronwall. And a penalty coming.
Going to be a hook on Bergeron.
Goes back to number 13. He'll enter the zone. Still a half a minute remaining in the penalty to Patrice Bergeron. Alfredsson to Zetterberg. Hands it off down low. Jam play. Blocked. Loose puck came out on the near side of Rask, but the Bruins get to it. Into Smith, far side, leg one. Little stop and go move. Drops it back. Here's a chance for Glendening and a right pass saved by Rask.
He just didn't get it far enough. More shot it in the middle of the net. That's a terrific stop.
Now to Kaiser. Checked by Riley Smith. Datsuk.
Once he got hurt there, he had an awkward fall down. He's making his way to the Red Wing bench.
Now it's picked up and hammered by DeKaiser. Saved by Rask. Wasn't sure where the rebound was. And we got a whistle and a penalty coming against the Bruins, I believe, because Gustafsson was sprinting to the bench.
Marchand engaged. Then a push from behind.
Able to hold it in. Kronwall. One-timer on the way. And now Campbell battling with Alfredsson. Datsuk gets to it to hold it in. Backhands it along. Now it's picked up and sent across for Zetterberg. Zetterberg trying to get it back to the front, and we get a whistle as Franzen was able to get it to the line, but not out. Held in by Kronwall. Pavel Datsuk with it again. Drops it back. Kronwall hammers one save. Loose puck. Datsuk trying to kick it up to his stick, but it's covered up by Wojciech. Now Datsuk. Backhands it across in front of Rask. Zetterberg took a slash there from Chara. Far side of one-timer in front for Abdelkader. Save another chance. Zetterberg scores! It's not over yet with 3:52 remaining.
What an outstanding stop on the initial try from Justin Abdelkader by Tuukka Rask, and then Henrik Zetterberg, who's battling with Zdeno Chara. The puck does not get out. And then there's that great right pad save, and then Rask gets elevation and beats Tuukka Rask.
How about the hockey strength of Zetterberg not going down in that one-on-one with Chara and then pouncing on that loose puck and sticking it up in the top part of the net. That's something else.
Yeah, did Chara interfere here? Yeah, look at, he interfered with Tuukka Rask. Just enough contact. Maybe throw him off a little bit. Chara trying to play goal there.
Campbell racing after it. He was tied up by Ouellette. And what do we got? The lineman is
too many men on the ice for Detroit
at that particular time.
Now Krug for Krejci. One time here by Chara. Gets us a look behind, but he had made the save. 15 seconds remaining in the penalty. Zetterberg sends it out for Brendan Smith. Going to be picked up by Alfredsson. The shot was blocked. And a race for the puck here. Marchand's going to pick it up. Brendan Smith has the angle on. Marchand trying to cut it in. Brendan Smith takes him all the way to the net. The net comes off. Red Wings back the other way, but they're going to blow it down for a face-off. Datsyuk against Krejci. It goes to the boards. Lucic gets it. Gets it to center ice. Hands it off for Iginla. Score!
They put Milan Lucic, the forward, on the boards. More times than not, it's a defenseman there. So that was the adjustment made by the Bruins to line up a winger on those boards instead of a defenseman. Lucic wins the battle, and then Jerome Iginla puts it in the wide open net, and this series is over.
10 seconds remaining. Stanley Cup history, we are going to have a Boston-Montreal series. They coached together, of course, in Sochi. Claude Julien, Mike Babcock for Team Canada winning gold. So much respect between the two coaching staffs. And now the tradition that separates this sport, Eddie and Pierre, from all others. After what these players have gone through individually and as a group against each other, they will take the gloves off and shake hands. And Chara and Zetterberg at center ice, a long handshake and extended conversation as now they move down the line.
Great embrace there between Pavel Datsyuk and Zdeno Chara.
Daniel Alfredsson, of course, an unrestricted free agent at his age. Will he come back and play again?
Chose to leave Ottawa to come to Detroit.
His fellow Swede Louis Eriksson with a little extra tap there as they shook hands. And the brothers about to shake hands. There they are. Brendan and Riley Smith. You grow up as kids with a dream of winning a Stanley Cup, and one brother gets to continue that dream. The other has to go home.
Well, that's usually the way it was. I know in the old Czech house in the basement, one would be on one team, one would be on the other, and somebody's going to be happy at dinner and somebody's not.